Welcome to the TW Talking About podcast. I'm your host, TW. This is the place where you can get my unfiltered opinions on anything and everything that people are talking about. We're going to talk some sports. We're going to talk some culture. We're going to talk some music. We're going to talk some wrestling. You know your boy love wrestling. I've been loved the wrestling since been pimping. So any opportunity to talk about the things I love, I'm going to do that. This is a great creative outlet for me. I'm a TV producer in my day job. So I spend my day, my creative time, curating information and fun things for other people to talk about. So podcasting is a great outlet for me to talk about the things I want to talk about. If you love the sound of this video, you're probably a crazy person. But if you notice all the sounds happening in the background, you notice a little rumbling of the car you hear going on in the background. It's because I'm obviously driving. I'm driving to work right now because this is really the only time I get to podcast. All right? Your boy is a dad, and the dad stuff be dadding, okay? Being a dad is my number one priority, always will be, right? It's the spring season, so I got practices to take my kids to, right? My daughter doing dance right now, karate, softball. That's 3 separate activities that all got practices where she got to be at. My son's doing karate, doing baseball. He's also just an 8-year-old bundle of joy. If you got an 8-year-old boy, you already know what time it really is. But yeah, man, like, you know, life be lifing, man, and like that's the real good stuff. That's the real fun stuff. So when I can get time to pod, I'm a pod. And I kind of realized as I was heading out to work that the only time I'm probably going to have to pod in the next day or two, maybe the next week, is as I'm driving to work. So this is the time we're going to pod. So chat with your boy, ride with your boy. Let's talk about it. So real quick. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button on whatever platform you're watching this on. If you're watching this on YouTube, if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, drop a comment, drop a rating, show your boy some love, tell a friend to come kick it with your boy. Okay, we're going to have some fun. Okay, and we're going to talk, we're going to chat together. You can hit me up on the Twitter at TW Talking About or at Talking About Pod. Tweet me, I tweet back, and let's chat about all the things. All right, so shout out to all the people with loud ass cars. The Iceman cometh. Drake, after disappearing from the rap world for 2 years, after losing a battle in the most embarrassing way, not because Kendrick outdissed you, which he did, but because you got dissed and then you cried about it, you whined about it, you did a lawsuit. Oh, God, man. He took that horribly. So after, you know, taking a rap battle loss in a historically bad fashion, Drake disappeared for 2 years, and he came back with Iceman. And not only did he come back with Iceman, he dropped 3 albums at once. What? I don't know why he thought that was a great idea. But some people say he thought that was a great idea because he wanted to get out of his deal with UMG, the company he was suing. And so he dropped 3 albums to finish up his commitment to them so he would now be a free agent or an independent or whatever. Who cares? Don't make your problems my problem, okay? I don't care about all that. As a fan, we don't need to know about the status of your deal and all that. We just want the music. We just want the bops. We want the slaps. And Drake delivered some slaps. Give it up for your boy. Drizzy Drake. He delivered some slaps. My first listen through on Iceman, my first thought was, man, this sounds depressing. This dude is just airing out his grievances for like 18 songs. There's like a make them cry, make them beg, make them pray, make them pay. Like there's a lot of just, taking little passive-aggressive shots at people. You know, like, once we got to If You're Reading This It's Too Late, that's all Drake music kind of became, was like passive-aggressive shots and dissing his exes. And the music hasn't truly been for me for a while. But I will say this. One thing Drake is elite at is creating that earworm type of music, man. Like, he's just so good at just doing the little repetitive things that just get stuck in your head. Iceman turned what else? Iceman turned what else? Okay. He's got a knack. He's got a talent for doing those things. And like, once you listen to the album through one time, you know, you listen for anything to really catch your ear, right? Like, any major disses, any like one listen bops, like, oh, this is going to be in rotation. And there really was none of that, right? It was a lot of, you know, a lot of passive aggressive disses. Like, you know what I mean? A lot of like battle rap style wordplay. You know what I mean? Oh, ducking bills on Drake. Ooh, you know what I mean? A lot of that. I like rap. I love rap. I love rap. So I enjoy all the rappy things about it. If I'm being honest, this is not a top 5 Drake album. It might be top 5. It might be top 5. It's not better than it's not better than Take Care. It's not better than Nothing Was the Same. It's not better than If You're Reading This It's Too Late. Currently, it's not better than Views. That's where I'd slot it, right after Views on the, you know, my list of Drake albums. After that, like, I other than that, there's not like a full Drake project I really like from top to bottom, other than those, you know, those 4 I just named. The rest of them have been just, you know, overloaded with the, you know, the dissing of exes and the dissing of, you know, ops, and you dissed me, you didn't take my side, you know, a lot of that. You know what I mean? That's just what you get with Drake these days. But again, this man got the elite talent for just doing the thing that gets stuck in your ears, man. So shout out to Drake. If I was comparing this, one thing I gotta say though, Kendrick Lamar, you owe us, brother. You owe us, okay? You made J. Cole disappear for 2 years and come back with a double album. You made Drake disappear for 2 years and come back with a double album. Both of which could have Drake came back with a triple album. Okay? Like, at least Drake had the decency to make the 3 separate albums, instead of one 40-song album. J. Cole, bruh, that album didn't have to be no 23 damn songs. We're just gonna leave it at that. But listen, man, Kendrick, can you know what I mean? Can you fill in these gaps you created? Cause you know what I mean? You made these dudes stop rapping, go back, recalibrate their whole plans they had for the albums they was gonna put out. J. Cole got a whole album that we never gonna hear because Drake was on it, Kendrick was on it. We never gonna hear it. And so Kendrick, you owe us, dog. You owe us for all the music you cost us. I ain't gonna front. I enjoyed GNX. GNX was fire. But, you know, like, dog, come on. And I enjoyed the battle, okay? I, like the rest of the world, was rocking Not Like Us, okay? A minor, okay? Like, but it cost us 2 years of decent music. You know what I'm saying? It cost us 2 years of decent music. So, Kendrick, you owe us. You owe us. You owe us, Kendrick. You better get back out here, start putting out some music, bro. Because you got J. Cole retiring, Drake putting out some bullshit. You gotta, you know what I mean? You gotta fill that void, K-Dot. So, yeah, get back out here with that. All right, let's talk some basketball. It's the NBA playoffs right now. And I'm going to say this. The NBA is at a changing of the guard right now, right? LeBron, everything's been built around LeBron for like the last 20-something years. Then Steph Curry came along. Steph Curry's starting to fade. He's not retired. LeBron's fading. He's at the very end. He might retire this summer. We don't know. But that old guard is phasing out. And the problem is, because the media has been stuck on telling us LeBron James's narrative for 20 years, and KD and Steph, great players, but they only kind of, from a media narrative standpoint, everybody who existed has just been a part of the LeBron James orbit. That's not to say anything about how great of a player they are, but it's just that all the stories that we've been told have circulated around LeBron James. So when Steph Curry had his run where people were considering him the best player in the league, it was really just in, the story of it was about how it compares to LeBron James. So with Steph Curry being, looking like he's towards the end of his run, LeBron absolutely being toward the end of his run, KD is still going strong, not the dominant player that he once was. It's time for a new group of stars to take over the league. And that new group of stars is here. And last year, with the Oklahoma City Thunder winning the championship and their lead star being Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, not a name a lot of people know, but a great, great, great player, it was interesting because we got a fun finals between the Thunder and the Pacers, but it was a fun finals that not a lot of people really cared about. This year, we got to see the next new great face of the league player, a 7-foot French alien by the name of Victor Wembanyama, who is amazing. This dude is amazing. This dude is 7 feet tall, like taller than Kevin Durant. He can handle the ball like a guard. He can shoot from three. He can block shots at the rim like damn NBA Jam. Like, this dude is unbelievable. You literally got to watch him to see him. He plays for the San Antonio Spurs, and the Spurs and the Thunder are playing in the Western Conference Finals, and it is like a goddamn fight scene in a Marvel movie. These are the two best teams by far. The two best teams by far. And game one, the Spurs took it. Game two, the Thunder took it. And this thing is going to be a battle all the way to the end. If you listen to this and you are kind of a little bit of a sports fan, I promise you, bro, these teams, these games are worth watching, not just because it's the next generation, not just because they got great players, but because they hate each other. Yes! Bring back sports hate. Sports hate is great. Sports hate is what makes sports. The WNBA blew up when they had Angel Reese fans and Caitlin Clark fans hating each other. The NBA blew up when they had Magic Johnson fans and Larry Bird fans hating each other. Okay? Sports hate is great. And the Thunder and the Spurs can't stand each other. And this is awesome. They be out there throwing elbows. The Thunder got a big dude named Chet Holmgren who looks like, a white version of Victor Wembanyama. Not quite as skilled as Victor, but they be going at it, man. They be going at it, and they be talking cash shit. These dudes don't like each other. These teams don't like each other, and it's fun to watch. On the other side, we got the Eastern Conference Finals, and we got the Cavs. Shout out Coco Jones. We got the Cavs and the New York Knicks. And anytime the Knicks are good, it's great for the NBA because the Knicks fans are insane. If you know a Knicks fan, you know. New York is a basketball city. No matter what nobody tells you, no matter what the Giants do, no matter what the Yankees do, if the Knicks win, you're going to see New York lose its mind in a way you've never seen before. And the Knicks have a superstar named Jalen Brunson, who I believe is from Jersey or from New York. He's about 6 feet, which is short for an NBA player, and he is dominant. He is dominant. Late in the game, they just give him the ball and get out the way. Straight hero ball, straight ISO, Get out the way, let Brunson do his thing, and it works. It works. They in the conference finals. They went up 1-0 in the first game. They played Cleveland. Cleveland was up by 22 points in the fourth quarter. I ain't gonna lie, I turned the game off. I was at work, and Cleveland hit a shot to go up by, I think, 20 or 22. I was like, all right, that's it. Let me just go ahead and drive home because, you know what I mean, this game is over. No reason to sit here and finish watching the game. I get home even later. I get home. I look at my phone. I said, what? The Knicks did what? So, look, New York is up right now, bro. Jalen Brunson is killing it. And an interesting thought came to mind. I was looking at some of the stats. And do you know the game that Jalen Brunson played in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference Finals was his 30th 35-point game in the playoffs at MSG. Jalen Brunson has led the Knicks in scoring and assists in 27 playoff games, second only to Walt Frazier, who has 28. Brunson's going to pass that. He might pass it tonight. Jalen Brunson has an argument to being the greatest Knicks player of all time. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody wants to hear it. But it's a question we got to ask. Is Jalen Brunson the greatest Knicks player of all time? People, oh, no, Patrick Ewing, Latrell Sprewell, Carmelo Anthony. Yo, none of them dudes ever won jack. How many championships Carmelo Anthony win? How many times did Carmelo Anthony's teams go to the playoffs for the Knicks? No disrespect to Melo. Melo's a great, great player. You can never take that away from him. But when it comes to team sports, when you start ranking greatness, what matters is winning. Like, stats are important. Stats matter, right? But winning is the ultimate stat, right? Winning is the ultimate stat. Are you winning? Are you producing? Are you carrying your team to wins? Listen to me. Of the Knicks legends that you love, Starks, Ewing, Oakley, Sprewell, LJ, of the Knicks legends that you love, how many of them carried the Knicks to great success? Please get in these comments and educate me. I'm not a Knicks fan. I'm not a Knicks hater. I'm not like a Knicks fan. I'm a Lakers fan. So right now, I have the beautiful option of being objective, of objectively watching the playoffs and just enjoying the basketball. But when I looked at those stats that Brunson has, you got to start having this conversation. Are you looking at one of your all-time greats? Are you potentially looking at the greatest player in your franchise history right now? I don't know if it's his size. What is it, the braids? Okay, y'all don't want to give Jalen Brunson his props. Why don't y'all want to embrace Jalen Brunson as potentially being the greatest player in Knicks history? Knicks fans, you got to talk to me about that. I want to know what's the pushback on embracing Brunson as the greatest. Because we never, they say you never know what you got till it's gone. I'm telling you right now. The stats say this is one of the greatest Knicks of all time. And he's in his prime. So you have to assume he's only going to keep performing. When it's all said and done, you may be looking at the greatest statistical Knicks player of all time. Give that boy Jalen Brunson some love. Give that boy Jalen Brunson his props. When you building your Mount Rushmore on top of MSG, Jalen Brunson got to be up there. And if he's not, I want to know who you putting above him and why. You got to make a real argument, and you got to tell me who you will put above Jalen Brunson on your Knicks Mount Rushmore and why. I want to talk about a little bit of wrestling. Y'all know I love wrestling. I'm gonna get into a little bit of wrestling real quick before we get up out of here. A couple things I want to say that I noticed from around the world of wrestling that I like, or I'm not sure how I feel about it. For one, I want to talk about Leon Slater. Leon Slater was the TNA X Division champion. He became the youngest TNA X Division champion last year. Held that title for a long time. They were promoting that he was approaching being the longest reigning TNA X Division champion of all time. And then they beat him. He lost the title on last week's TNA Impact to Cedric Alexander. Shout out Cedric Alexander. But I'm just curious as to why they did that. Like, why'd you do that? I mean, Leon Slater was having a great run. Is his contract up? Is he hurt? Y'all took the title off that man, and I don't know why. He's the most promising young star TNA has. And so I would think you would want him in a forward-facing position as one of your champions. The X Division is the signature of TNA. And so I can't imagine why you want to take that title off him after being so close to completing the record as being the longest reigning champion. So I don't know. You know, I don't know what the purpose was, but this is one of those times when I'm going to trust the booking. I'm going to sit back. I'm going to see what's going on, and I'm going to see how this is playing out. The other big thing that's happening in wrestling that is catching my eye is the Roman Reigns, Jacob Fatu story that they're doing over on Monday Night Raw. Here's the thing that's interesting to me, okay? All right. So Jacob Fatu fought Roman for the title at Backlash. He lost. Roman comes out the following week on Raw and is like, yo, you lost the match. You got to acknowledge me. Jacob's like, nah. Instead, I'm whooping y'all ass. So he whoops everybody's ass. Okay, boom. Roman comes out the following week. He's like, man, no, man. You can't just beat everybody up. Come back out here. Now we all going to whoop your ass. So the Usos and Roman get together, whoop Jacob Fatu's ass. Jacob Fatu's like, oh, yeah, tribal combat. What the hell is tribal combat? Tribal combat is just a damn, Extreme Rules match with Samoans. That's it. You know what I mean? They're going to use some tables. They're going to use some kendo sticks. They're going to use probably some trash cans, some chairs, some stairs. Might be a ladder in there somewhere. It's whatever. It's with Samoans. And Jacob Fatu's going to lose again. So here's my thing. If Jacob Fatu is so bad that he whoops Roman and the Usos by himself whenever he gets ready, why the hell he can't beat Roman in the matches? Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Real quick. Obafemi was doing an open challenge. Shit was dead after 2 weeks. He had to go in the back and drag Los Garza out from the back. Dragged him to the ring in street clothes. Whooped both of them. That was really not a great look for those guys. And then the next week he came out for the open challenge. And Brock Lesnar returned after his fake retirement at WrestleMania. Gave Obafemi 4 F5s. And I'm sure we're going to get that match somewhere down the line. So I'm looking forward to that. Other than that, I can't say there's a ton going on in wrestling that I love and looking forward to right now. I will say this, though. They took the women's world title off of Stephanie Vaquer at WrestleMania to put it on Liv Morgan. And Liv Morgan hasn't done a damn thing since they put that title on her. Now, this is not her fault, obviously. You're at the mercy of whatever they write for you. But they have not done crap with that women's world title since taking it off of Stephanie Vaquer at WrestleMania. And, that's just like, why? Why? You know what I mean? You got people. They do way more with Becky Lynch than they do with Liv Morgan. All Liv Morgan does, all they do with her is have her come out and do Judgment Day stuff. They're teasing some will they, won't they between her and Roxanne Perez. And yeah, I mean, like, that's fine, but does it need the world title? Good question. All right, that's it. That's all I got. I ain't gonna keep y'all for long. Nice little 25 minutes of fun. It was fun chatting with y'all. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, drop a comment, tell a friend to tell a friend. Let's bring more people into the conversation. Thank you guys so much for chatting with your boy. Please jump in the comment, tell your boy what you like, what you don't like. Hit me up on the Twitters at Talkin' Bout Pod, at TW Talking About. Tweet me, I tweet back. Until next time, I'm your boy TW. Peace.